Welcome back, everybody. It's time for more of the Daily Nipah. Rika Farude Simulator 25, brought to you by... Look at that person in the chat down there. That's Polly Plushie right there. You can download it from socksmakepeoplesexy.itch.io. It's completely free. It's very fun. Amongst every other awesome game there. Give respect where respect is due. Rika? Oh, you're still in your dress, but now you're back home again. Welcome home, Rika. But yeah, the Socks podcast just dropping hot, fresh material out of nowhere in our 2025. That's a straight already. I was not expecting a straight that quickly. I guess a stat, but I should have. It's Rika after all. Hot and You know, there's so many songs that I used to reference that I just don't like to reference anymore. Because the people behind them are just awful-ass people. Bum, bum. Another straight already, Rika. Okay. RG Love was a lot of fun. We're still gonna do a bunch of bonus games for RG Love this week. Maybe your favorite Rika Farude simulator gets shown, huh? Maybe. Maybe I'll bust out some ASDF too, and some Planet Attrition. We'll have ourselves an RG Love. What should we call it? RG Love. Take a Molly for your poly hour, probably. That way we're all cranked up and we're playing poly games. What more could you want for the life of you? And me. And you and me. And me. And you. And me and you. But we're gonna do some more XCOM files today. I actually posted... I realized I didn't have anything to post on YouTube today, so I went back and I found my oldest speedrun on Twitch. It's from February 7th, 2014. That's over 11 years ago, by the way. And I'm gonna IOL it up to, and upload it up to YouTube's, or at least I'm trying to. This is uploading 0%, which is stupid, but hopefully it does it soon. I was like, why not? We'll have a blast from the past go up there. I had a Mega Man any percent run from February of 2014. I'm surprised I still have the VODs from all the way back then, to be honest. Oh, that's another... Wow, we are straight on the straights today, Rika. Become the straight. Oh, almost another one. But, I'd really have to find a cover for this damn microphone. I don't know where the heck it went. Ugh. But looking back at those old PBs is kind of wild. I could upload the, I should upload the NES Celeste I look forward to if they're gonna do the whole game, because that was awesome. And Mario Zap and Dash is really good as well. Keys into more NES-controlled physics. Really fun to fly through that game as fast as possible. I may have to return to that one to go as fast as possible. Because it's so smooth to fly through games like that. I do have a new controller coming along the way as well. I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday, but I have a 8-bit dough controller coming. Probably in the next couple days. Because my other Logitech controller got completely destroyed by UFO 50, I'm sure. That and trying to run Celeste on it was hurting my thumb like no other. That shit was hoitin'. But my stubbornness sends the takeover, and I'm like, yeah, I can do this. And I was, but it was fucking hurting like hell. And I realized I was only about halfway through, and it was 5 a.m., so I was like, oh. Maybe I should go to bed instead. And then I started testing the D-pad. I just held left. I didn't, like, push it down, like, forcefully. I just pushed it down like you normally would for an input, and there was just no reading afterwards. I'm like, yep, this controller's gone. I don't do joystick movement for games like that. The joystick on there works fine, but I just can't do the joystick movement for it. It's just not comfortable for me. Keyboard would be another option. It'd probably be the easiest, crispest option. That Logitech controller into a submarine controller. Oh. You know, I actually really like submarine games. Like, there's I don't remember the name of it, but it's like a realistic submarine war sim or something like that. And you can make it as realistic as you want. Basically, you can try to do all the math in your head when it comes to taking shots and stuff, which I think is a really neat experience. But also, I've always been curious, like, what was it for the NES? Silent Service? One of the earliest submarine games? Where you have to check your hull damage and you have to take down the ships and stuff. Like, I always find that really fun. Yeah, Silent Service. That's a triple-double. Silent Service is some good shit. Had it on Amiga. Nice. That's awesome. I think the speedruns for Silent Service are all, like, hull amount, which I think makes sense. I don't think there's, like, a true ending to that game. I'm pretty sure you can just go on and get as much as you can just farm ships forever or whatnot, as long as you do it well. But NES has filled my head a little bit lately. It really has. I've been thinking about it more and more. I don't know if I want to, like, go back to UFO 50 and try to do what I wanted to do there, or if I just want to head back to the NES and try to, you know, continue what I started there a long time ago. But just in a much smaller and healthier mindset manner. Um, yeah, I've just been thinking about NES a lot lately. That Mario Zap and Dash was so much fun. That's a triple-double. Like, I really, really like the Celeste NES game, and I really look forward to them if they're going to go all the way and complete it. I think they did an incredible job of converting it to NES, especially the pixel work on that is just gorgeous. But the Mario Zap and Dash kind of did its own thing with the Celeste controls that I really, really appreciated. God, Celeste really is such a stupidly well-made game. Nice for house. Because even when I got to the very end, and, what was it called? It's the really sad, final area. But they even have a tutorial to wave dash in it. Like, it was a built-in mechanic. If not the best feeling platformer, you're not wrong. Like, there is no lie there. It's absurd how good it feels to play. It's so crisp. It feels like every little detail was made that way on purpose. Like, even the ability to grab walls above spikes and, like, hang on the very pixel side of spikes. Even that seems like it was built-in necessary in some parts. I think it is, because I'm almost certain there's a strawberry for getting through the first stage without using the dash at all. Which is insane in itself. Like, it's so well made. It's so well made that everyone who copies off of it makes amazingly fun games to play with the same movement core. Like, it's stupid how good it is. I love it for it. I could see why the Celeste speedrun community was as big as it is, and is as involved as it is. See, I was a stupid who didn't actually pick up Celeste until somewhat recently. When my brain was in, let's say, less good circumstances. I picked up Celeste and just started playing through it, and instantly I was fucking hooked. The game is gorgeous, like, stupidly gorgeous. The music is amazing. The characters are so relatable and fun. But beside all that, the feeling you have when you're controlling your character is so fluid. It's so clean. And it's just so fun to just fly all over the place in that game. And see, you keep picking up different techniques along the way, like dashing into walls and jumping off of them, or the hyper dash, or the, I can't forget a lot of the core names for the moves, but the ability to jump off the wall and not use stamina but still climb. Like, there's so many little things like that. I mean, it's almost like it's... Like, normally games that are designed for speedrun aspects are not good, because the point of speedrunning is taking a game you like and figuring out how to go as fast as possible. Celeste kind of does both. It's not necessarily made for speedrunning, but at its core, it has it basically built into it, and it's clean. A lot of AAA companies could take a lot of lessons from Celeste. A lot. When you're talking about just making a really good game with a really good story, really fun movement. And I get a lot more of that feeling from the indie audience than I do any major games anymore. For a long, long time. For instance, I Want to Be the Guy games were insanely popular in the 2010s, I want to say. And they certainly didn't have, like, amazing graphics or stories, you know. But it was a scene made by the fans, essentially, that kept it growing. And makes it more interesting, and they had harder titles and more popular titles, like I Want to Be the Bashi was a really popular one for a long time. And those are, like, pretty clean platforming games. They're very basic, but the platforming, like, the gameplay aspect is there for all of them because it's all the same, obviously, but people have different takes on the platforming, the level designs, all that. I always found that really interesting. And I think a lot of development towards those styles, because Celeste is a really great fun game that's really not too hard to beat, but if you want to beat Celeste, that's where the difficulty starts to kick in. And that's where the kind of I want to be the guy feels comes from. Because some of them later stage designs, whew, that's some hard shit. And it keys in on all of its own mechanics to do it. That's a triple-double. And I think that is just fantastic. It takes parts of other things. Like anything, like, oh, nice straight. It's like anything that is, like, it's not really an homage to any of those kind of games, but it's definitely taking a lot of influence from those style of games when it comes to gripping the wall, or jumping off the wall, or lining up your jumps, all that kind of stuff. I see a bit of I Want to Be the Guy in Celeste in a much better package, basically, I think is what I'm trying to say. But I don't know if Celeste would be as, like, amazing it is without having things like I Want to Be the Guy, you know, before to take some influence off that kind of stuff, which I also think is important. To note where all this stuff comes from, and, you know, influences and stuff. That's another triple-double. And they took it, and they made their own thing with it, and it's beautiful. It's like when eBay was popular, but then Amazon came in and made it more streamlined. That's like the corporate version of it. I hate everything to do with both those companies, but that's fine. The main reasoning is that something took influence of something else and kind of made it a much better thing to deal with in one way or the other. And I just, like, I was watching a full 100% run last night, Deathless, and I'm like 3 hours into it. And the thing is I know how hard Celeste is, but I see every setup that they're doing. Like, my speedrunner brain is, like, dialoguing this in the background. It's like, when you see them line up for something, or, like, they're just off the screen and they stop for a second or something like that. It's like, okay, here comes the setup. And sure enough, it looks so smooth and clean, because it is. And the achievement for that is fucking phenomenal. I ain't taking anything away from the person. at all. But I understand the repetition practice behind it, getting the rooms down to more of almost a rhythm game pattern, because you do them so much that you just know the inputs that you're basically putting into your controller ahead of time to get through that room in one piece. Hey there, Armor Guy. And it's so impressive to watch all that, and this, especially for the span, especially in those kind of games where like one tiny mistake can just be it. Especially for a whole deathless run of every A, B, and C side, and all that good stuff. And it's a reminder, I guess, to kind of myself that if I was to take on a project like that, I could definitely get to that point, but it would just take a lot of time. A lot of time. And I just want to see what kind of projects I want to put that kind of time into to get that good at those style of games, and it's just it feels so good. I believe they were talking on the run that they had 100%ed the game with Deathless. That was their 9th time through 100%ing it Deathless. Not getting 202 strawberries, which is going through a lot of the game again Deathless. But still, when you hit 100% Deathless, then you have to just kind of go back and do a lot of the harder stages again. It's very impressive. Very, very impressive. The runner, by the way, I'm gonna get him up here. I keep talking about them. The runner is Rick Fernello, or Ferneo. I don't know how that's pronounced. Apologize. I believe they are Brazilian. But I was 3.5 hours into the 5-hour run when I paused it because I wanted to go to bed. But it's so impressive to watch that kind of movement, because you almost get caught up into it like it's its own orchestrated masterpiece, which it kind of is. And you tend to forget just how good the individual is that's playing at the moment. I'll link the video in chat here if you want to watch it yourself. Oh, that's Celeste. Well, I guess 100 full 100% deathless. And it was just a sight to see, really. It's when I first came onto Twitch, one of the first things I got into watching was I Want to Be the Guy games. Like Bashi, or I Want to Kill the Camellia. Excuse me, I think was another one that was really popular back then. But watching like high-end speedruns of those games to me was always a blast, because you know you're watching just like smooth, very tight inputs, in very small windows. It just makes it really interesting to me. When I'm thinking more of like as just straight control heavy fun style of game. And that's what Celeste really has when I watch it as well. Along with amazing music and visuals. And I kind of want to do Mario Zap and Dash speedrun. It looked really fun. It is really fun. I don't think it's very long either. I'm sure it'd be under 10 minutes. I think so. Unless you get all the moon pieces, I'm sure that's significantly longer. But yeah, shoutouts to Celeste. Great game. I'm a lot late to the party, but hey. Better late than never, right? Bum bum. I know, Rika, you're so adorable. Another reminder that there's another podcast available from the Sox community that Shock the surprise hasn't happened yet. Is there another surprise? Shit. Waiting for another surprise here. What is it, Rika? Oh, we got other surprises. Ooh, God. Alright. I'm even more excited. Alright, Rika, where is this surprise? Oh, wait, we're in the 80s iPod room again. Okay. Anybody still use iPods? I feel like phones kind of just became everything. But I feel like sometimes you want something simpler like an iPod to use. I remember them being, yeah, what's up, Skilling Blow? You didn't miss the miracle. Apparently there's more secrets. I haven't seen it yet. Holly is a genius, of course. I didn't. At least I didn't. I haven't noticed if I have or not. Waiting for a frying pan or something, or I don't know, something. Just to fix something in the ending, but I added a little something extra. Whoa, a little something extra. That's what we like to hear here. Hear, hear. The 30th straight. Nah, I'm saying. A little something, something. Oh, baby. Ba-ba-bum, bum-bum-bum-bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Rika Faru Day, what's up, Olay? You're just full of straights today. We've almost, like, had half of our straights of the season today. Like, what is going on, Rika? Are you showing off because, your creator is here? Well, the Daily Nipah creator. Not necessarily the creator of Rika Frude, but the creator of this amazing game that we are now on Season 3 of. In half a year into. Excuse me, Scaling Blow. Oh, right. They're gays, not straights. I'm sorry. We have 31 gays this season. Which is almost halfway up to the triple-double. Need more gays, Rika. Hey, Erokin. Cheap viewers on streamboo.com. Wow, remove the space. What a deal. What a deal. The miracle while I'm gone. Sounds good. Sounds good. I'd be in second place if we got the miracle this soon. Be a quick season. Bum 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 bum. Are you secretly Alex Trebek? Maybe, Rika. Maybe. Nipah 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 nipah. I know, you got 2 more rolls today, Rika. Let's get some good ones. Got another... Oop. Got another straight. I'm sorry, another gay. Very nice, Rika. Oh. But 1,800 fates in, there's still secrets abound. In Rika Furude, which you can get for free today. At socksmadepeoplesexy.itch.io. It's right there. You know, you want to grab this game for you, your family, your family's family, your dad's side family, your second lover, your third partner, and the local news team. All want to play Rika Furude Simulator. Again, socksmadepeoplesexy.itch.io. Pick it up today, it's free. Along with all the other good games, I'll probably be playing quite a few of them on RGL later this week. For games we love, because obviously, and I love playing them. So, until next time, YouTubers, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate that. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate that as well. Positive vibes, and have a good night.